everyone, welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So in today's episode we have a new van, another new van. Well, that's another new van in about 3 weeks. So this van is the short-term project because we need to get a van up and running as soon as possible. So this van also has some damage on it that needs to be sorted. We're going to take a look and see what that is, but we should be able to get this done in a relatively short period of time. Now we'll give you a bit of an update as to what's happening with the caddy, because that hasn't gone away. It's just paused for a bit while we get this van sorted. So let's get underway and sort out this new project. Okay, so here is the new van. Supposed to come yesterday at 4. It came at 10 p.m. We'll have a look on the inside at the moment, but as you can see, she's a combo, a Vauxhall combo, which is the same as the Fiat Doblo. So yeah, it's got one of those little fans and stuff. So taking a look at the van, as you can see, looks pretty good. There's no damage whatsoever. The front's just dirty. Let's take a look underneath. In typical fashion, the battery is dead, but engine wise she's pretty clean. It's a 1.2 diesel, so it's not very powerful, but it doesn't need to be for what it's going to be used for. Inside, relatively clean compared to the VW, the caddy. This van is quite clean, so it'll clean up even better. We do have a little bit of maybe not. I think is this service history or just the warranty pieces? Yeah, it's just warranty. And I think this one's the manual for the radio. It has got AC, which is good, so a little bit of a clean up and this interior will look as good as new, which is nice. So you're probably wondering where the damage is. Well, here it is here. So essentially there is 2 bits of damage on this vehicle. The first one is clear. It's been pushed in all along here, so something's obviously hit it. Not only is it hit it, it's hit this wheel and it's pushed the wheel in. So you can't really see it from here, but hopefully if you look from here you'll see that that wheel is well and truly duffed in. Although it does move, and we rolled it off the trailer yesterday, but the guy who delivered this was a complete numpty. He really made a meal of it, and if I wasn't here, even though he arrived at 10 o'clock, he would not have been able to get it off by himself. Okay, so yeah, looking at the damage, I can see that the arm underneath there is damaged. Well, we're going to jack it up in a minute and take this wood off, and we're going to take a good look at the damage in detail. But in terms of the bodywork, this bit here, this is really simple to repair. This will push out with my what's his name, my body kit, so that'll push it out nicely, so I'm not worried about that. It's more so the suspension, and even though I'm not really worried about it, there are 2 parts to the suspension that we need to be concerned about. Okay, looking at the inside of the van, it's an electrician's van and it's quite nicely kitted out actually. It's got one of these Sortimos racking unit, and they're really good. They are really good. They've been in a couple of vans and I've cannibalized them and to use them for other bits. I've actually used one in my garage. That's how good these units are. So we'll be taking that out. It's got a nice little light in there as well, LED light. So all of this is going to come out. We'll keep the bottom floor, but you've got jaws as well. Look at that. That is quality. And in this one, look at that. That is proper. There's even a multimeter in there. Yeah. So you can tell he was an electrician of sort, can't you? The owner of this vehicle. So yeah, we'll strip all this out and then it will have its use, its for my son. Now this shouldn't take long to sort because there's not that much damage in this van, so we should have this sorted in no time. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is we are going to jack up that wheel, shut that properly. That's better. It's great having doors that shut properly as well. We'll jack up this, take this wheel off, and we'll take a look on the underside there and see what we need to do there. Right, so let's talk damage, shall we? So we've got this arm here, so right in the corner there you can see that the arm has come out. So here, hopefully you can see that. So here, this bush has come out of that socket there, so this arm is likely to be damaged. Whether this pin is damaged or whether the arm has taken it, I don't know, but this is part of the body, so I'm pretty sure that this is going to be gone. The upper swing arm here, that is like proper twisted, that is, so that's definitely gone. The suspension seems to be okay, it's just extended its run, so that seems to be okay, but we're going to replace that anyway. The spring, again, that seems to be okay. That's the, looks like the ABS sensor. Here's a brake line, that is fine, nothing wrong with that there, that brake line, and that sensor's just popped out of that corner there, so we're all right. Handbrake cable, that's gone, and there's the other end just over here, so that's the reason why the handbrake goes all the way up to heaven on this van, so we just need to replace that. So parts are it's quite simple really, just this arm here. Even though I think this arm may be okay, going to replace it anyway because it came up in the MOT as having a bad joint. So we'll just replace that. In fact, we're gonna get the whole subframe layer. So this arm here, you can buy the whole thing straight through. We're just gonna get one of those and then be done with it. And then we'll replace both those pins at the same time, and that way we sorted this van out for its MOT for next year, which is good. But that's the damage, that is it. And then of course this bit here, now this bit, not worried about that because that's inside the van and we can push that from inside, but we have to take the interior out. Here we can probably push this out from inside here, and I might have an attempt to do that in a second. But the damage in here is, it's all superficial damage really, and we may even get away with just cleaning it out. We may even not have to paint it, but again, we'll see how we go with it. After all, it is a van, so and my son's not too precious. Now, other bits that we're going to change the front the back bumper here. This is the only bit that's damaged, but we might as well change it and get a new bumper. This one's got crash sensors in there as well, so we need to make sure that the new bumper has that. This side is okay. There's a dent down here and a bit of crack in here, so we'll get that sorted, and then we'll may just paint and see if we can blend that bit in there. But other than that, this van is in pretty good nick. All right, let's get the old battery out and see if the battery can be saved. Okay, so we've got a battery on charge now. It does seem to be charging, so we will leave that overnight, and then we will see what see if there's any life in it, see if we can save it, or whether we just have to bite the bullet and buy another battery. Alright, so we're in a good place so far in terms of repairs on this vehicle. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we're seeing, and I wish, well, yeah, it would have been nice if the Golf, if the Caddy was like this, but you know what it is. But let's go and have a look at the Caddy and let me tell you where we are with it. Okay, so the Caddy is kind of feeling a little bit unloved at the moment, but realistically we are just waiting for parts on this. Now I have ordered, let's get this bonnet open, I've ordered a brand new, yes, you heard me, a brand new DPF that's going to come very shortly, because, well, I managed to get a deal from a guy in Germany, a company in Germany, and they did a fantastic deal, one that I couldn't refuse. So that's going to come, hopefully that will come in the next week or so. So as soon as we get that, we'll be straight back on the Caddy, and we're going to be sorting out all of this here. So we got the seal here that's had a bit of a hit. We'll be sorting all of that out. This door we're going to replace. This door, I'm going to replace it. I was going to just get it fixed, and the dent on here is superficial, but I may just end up replacing it, because by the time you get it filled and everything, probably get a door for the same cost. The back is fine on this. We'll get a new light for the back there. We're going to see if we can push this dent out. Actually, let's have a look and see the bad dent. This door we're going to fix as well, because it doesn't open as easy as it should. Yeah, it's from the inside. So that we'll see if we can pull from the outside. What else? We've got a teeny little hole here. Gonna see if we can sort that out. And that's about it. Oh, we're going to sort this door handle as well, because this door handle is locked, and I just have a suspicion it's to do with this. So we may, if we can't fix that, end up replacing that door, but highly unlikely. We'll just probably end up fixing it. And that's about it. That is about it. All the inside has been cleaned out. We've still got to remove, this is basically just needs to be chucked. I just haven't had a chance. And then the interior is going to get a proper clean out. It really is. But yeah, we're in a good place with the Caddy. Like I said, it's just a case of waiting for parts, and then we'll jump straight on that. Oh, and weirdly, I've got to change the handbrake, because look, that's missing. That's just the weirdest thing, the button. So yeah, handbrake cable needs to be changed, or the handbrake needs to be changed as well. But other than that, Caddy's in good place, really is. Okay, right. So it's all about the vans this week, and that is, let's have a little chat and just see where we are. Right, okay, so we might as well see if I got me my kit here, my body repair kit. So we might as well have a little bash and see what we can do in terms of sorting out this here and this round here. See if we can pull all of this out. So let's take a quick look, and let's see if we can bring at least this bottom bit here. Let's see if we can bring that out and make it look better. Okay, so we've knocked this out a little bit, so it's looking better. It's not brilliant, but do you know what? It's a lot better. It's straightish and coming in the right direction. Okay, now the great thing about these vans, I know it's a Vauxhall, and everyone says Vauxhalls are boring, but they are so simple to service. You got a turbo in front here. The belts are accessible. You can see them. Dipstick, air filter, all accessible and much easier to service than the Golf. Even the oil filter is at the side where you can get hold of it, which is brilliant. So in terms of managing and servicing this vehicle, it's a doddle in comparison to the old Caddy. So it's a 1.2 diesel, so it ain't that powerful, but it doesn't need to be. Like I said, it just needs to be cost effective to run, and I believe this will be. I know these vans do have their problems with stretched chains and stuff, but let's face it, every vehicle has its issues. The main thing here is just getting something that can run. Good. Okay, I think that's it for today. Next week we start to take some mechanical stuff apart. Oh, by the way, the van runs, and it runs nice and sweet, so that's a big plus. Yeah, good. Right, let's summarize my verdict on this van. All right, so there we go. So damage on there is not too bad. It's literally just a shunt on the side, and I've already sourced some parts. Now we could buy new, but I've taken the opportunity to buy a whole under axle second hand, and when that comes we'll check the parts. And the reason why I've gone down that route, because we want to try and make this as cost effective as possible, because the van's obviously damaged, and these combos, they don't really go for a lot of money, so we need to try and keep the cost down as much as possible so that we basically benefit from buying the vehicle salvage. So next week we'll be taking all the undercarriage, or at least one side of the undercarriage, and getting that sorted, getting the van mobile, stripping out the inside, and then fitting it with the gear that my son needs for his window cleaning company. So we'll get that all sorted, and then we'll go back to the Caddy. So lots happening, but in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe down below, click on the bell notification so you're notified of us when we release a new video, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.